1970s because no, the government is concerned about food security and economies of scale. So mo na nga 'di ba kung unya ma-find out nato pila ka hectares dako gyud daghan gyud ang collective CLOAS because of the benefits seen no when the CARP became effective no kay mas daghan ang collective CLOAS nga na-award compared sa katong individual CLOA or emancipation patent precisely because of the best practices or research findings na mas makasecure ta sa ato ang panginabuhi no o sa ato ang pangadlaw-adlaw na pagkaon kung collective ang trabaho sa farm dili individual or dili isa-isa ang pagtrabaho or ang scheme sa farming. Okay, so natay second benefit no ingon ko natay upat ka benefits according to research no. So third benefit of collective farming is kaning ability to enforce property rights. So mas maka-enforce daw ta, mas maka-insistar ta sa ato ang katungod sa yuta kung kolektibo ta as compared to individual farm owners. So why is that no? Because in cases where there are non-members or usurper no entering the land, mas dali nato sila kanang pa-evict, 'di ba? Mapa-eject no because we have the resources no and we have government support no mas maka-provide man gud og technical support, legal assistance ang government sa collective as opposed to sa tawag ani as opposed to farm individuals, di ba? So, naatay capacity to insist or enforce our property rights by collective efforts and ability to administer security measures and ability to obtain these security measures at a lower cost. Kay syempre mas mas dako man ang ato ang capital or we are able to pool resources man. So, in fact, no, kaning ingon tag ability to enforce property rights, no, maka-remember ta last 2018 katong nagkagubot ta with the splinter group because of the, 'di ba, the noise that we made, no, and because of the stake, no, of the stake which is a huge land holding, ni kanaog gyud ang taga DAR national, 'di ba, just for them to sit down with the splinter group and with NGPI. No? So although dili man gyud to completely positive ang compromise agreement, but just to show you na pag collective ta mas madungog gyud ta, di ba? Kay mo gani na kung magrally ka, kung ikaw ra isa magrally, di ba? Dili ka mapansin pero ug daghan mo magrally, nay chances nga paminawon gyud ta sa atong government, no? And also, like for example, na ay ni encroach, di ba, sa imong 3 hectare land. So pahawaon nimo na siya by legal means, 'di ba? So you have to engage the services of a lawyer. So out of your own pockets, no? Whereas kung nisulod siya sa collective farm, no, which is being managed by the cooperative, ang mag-shoulder ana gyud is katong income from the farm, no, being managed by the cooperative, not coming from you. Dili na mangolekta pa si kooperatiba diretso sa inyuha, no, para lang maka-engage og lawyer, di ba? Oh. Tapos apart from that, bisag basic na expenses, no, if you are a single landowner, so inig-adto nimo dito sa opisina sa lawyer, so kana lang mga necessary expenses lang like pamasahe nimo, pamasahe sa imong witnesses, di ba? Inigbista, pamasahe sa appearance fee sa imong lawyer, may nana ba? So ikaw tanan magbago, whereas kung ang cooperative, so si co-op, no, katong at that time nagfile tag mga series of criminal cases, no, so gyud ni gidala nila sa Davao ang witnesses, so di ba dako to nga expenses. So if it were an ordinary landowner, lisod gyud to siya nga pag unsa tawag ani pag-manage, no, especially na yung mga security guards na to nga witnesses. So isipon nimo na mabayaran ni sila sa co-op at that time nga nag-adto sila sa office sa abogado kay syempre murag considered man na ni duty sila. At the same time naay karelyebo swelduhan pod to. So di ba doble ang expense, no? kay di man pwedeng nga gidala lang ni NGPI si security guarded to nga out sa kuan nga dili siya paid during that time na supposedly mag-duty man siya, no? So mga ana ba? So isa na no sa reason nga ang collective farming is makonsider nato nga naagyoy benefit mo na nga nag-encourage ang issue sa issuance sa collective CLOA at the time of the effectivity of CARL no or RA 6657. So mao na siya. Okay. And last but not the least, which is also a connected sa tawag ani benefit no to enforcement of property rights is bargaining power, no? Because we have a collective, no, mas bugat ang ato ang kanang boses ba, no? Nga ma-enforce gyud ang ato ang mga unsa tawag ani common interest no ma-pursue nato kay daghan man ta, no? Lanog kibali ang ato ang boses, no? Because we have a collective voice, no? So simple lang nga logic good kung ikaw ra isa mo syagit ka, di gyud necessarily madungog ka didto sa isa ka kung ano mga bisag 100 meters away. Pero og daghan mo magsyagit mo na mo'y tawagon, di ba madunggan niya. So murag ingon ana ba so kung collective voice mas mas kusog, mas lanog, no? Mas kusog, mas lanog, no? So I forgot to mention ay katuganing marag filed tag criminal cases, no? At that time kuyaw gid ato ang gibuhat na pag-file sa criminal cases because we filed cases against officers of the corporation coming all the way from Makati City, no? So taga Makati ang uban actually foreign national pa kanang lisod malitok ilang mga pangalan, no? So gifailan na to sila criminal case. So pag preliminary hearing dito sa or clarificatory hearing dito sa fiscal ni abot gyud sila no all the way from Makati City ang uban gikan patug abroad Thailand ba to si katong isa ka officer or unsa to Chinese no so niadto gid sila dito sa Patinay no because we have bargaining power no that would illustrate nga somehow because we are a collective natay bargaining power ba bugat ang atuang boses no. So despite the fact that the company was able to engage two of the biggest firms in the Philippines, so duha gud ka firm dili lawyer had kundi firm gyud. So each firm has 3 lawyers no appearing for the case. So mga unom siguro ka abogado to ato ang kalaban atong panahuna no duha ka firm unya each firm na itag tulo tag upat mamirma so ana maunom ka abogado atong gisagubang no. So during the clarificatory hearing na ay isa lang niabot nga lawyer no pero nagsigig istorya si Fiscal Paredes so nagbisaya man si Fiscal Paredes so niyo sila nga attorney we cannot understand so we cannot understand kay man di ay ito sila kana Tagalog man di ay itong lawyer unya ang katong uban nga abot magid foreigner no so nag-shift pinakalit si fiscal to English kay para masabtan sa tanan. So that is just to illustrate no that we have the bargaining power if we just stand firm no like NGPI no relatively ang NGPI nakita gid nako nga solid gid ang ilahang management no kay kami we have handled man other cooperatives dili lang man NGPI ang amo ang co-op nga na-handle. So ang NGPI ba murag nagid sila sa right track no kay from the time na nihawa sa company so that what was really ako anas kanang unprecedented feat ba no or accomplishment kay dili kasagaran no na ay uban gid maglisod gid sila hawa sa company mahikot na gid sila sa company no. And fortunately, no, kita gi-bless gyud ta nga paghawa na to sa company pod, at least least resistance pod ang gibuhat sa company, no? Even if they can afford to engage the services of big firms and lawyers, di ba? So ni-settle pod sila eventually. So siguro nakita nila nga naagid tay bargaining power sad nga it's a futile kuan ba kaning a futile struggle na nga ilaha pag ipaglaban no paglaban pagid sa company na no ibalik na lang gyud sa farmers no so that's a good thing so I think okay gyud ang atuang start no okay gyud ang start sa management nato sa atong cooperative okay so apart from being a collective farm no or plantation so actually the nature of our land holding is fit for contract farming, no? So unsa man ning contract farming? So I have invited a guest speaker all the way from Europe, no? So paminawon na to siya, no?
Over 600 million people worldwide still live in extreme poverty. Most of those people are small-scale farmers. They face higher risks regarding their production, future sales, and product prices. This keeps them from investing into new technologies, production materials such as fertilizers and pesticides, and more profitable crops. Imagine we could eliminate some of those risks. For example, through contract farming.
Okay? So according to her, 'di ba? Because it's difficult manggod to support a plantation-based farm. So we need contract farming, no? So what is contract farming?
The idea behind it is simple. Contracts are used to arrange quality, quantity, and price between the farmer and the buying company in advance. This way, the farmer knows that he will be able to sell his product and to what price. That's the most basic type of a contract. In a second type of contract, farmers additionally receive production materials from the buying company on credit, such as agrochemicals or planting materials that they pay back after the harvest.
Okay, so contract farming is basically, 'di ba, entering into a contract with an entity, a multinational entity or a corporation para ma-secure ang ato ang sales, and at the same time maka-provide sila og inputs while we kuan, 'di ba, we invest on the farm, no? So is it beneficial kaning mag-contract farming ta?
We have seen that contract farming can lead to higher investments and higher productivity, and that the incomes of small farmers in developing countries can increase.
Okay, so actually, no, the entire video, no, she was talking about kaning oil plantation farm. So ingon siya nga naagyo improvement in the lives of farmers engaged in contract farming involving plantation-based farms, especially in the developing countries. So, yung study I think is in Ghana, no? In Ghana. So, actually, ma-apply po na sa to kay developing country man pud ta. So, naay research nga baka-back up na collective contract farming would be beneficial to the farmers, to the agrarian reform farmers. Okay? So, if there are positive and benefits of collective farming, so I think fair lang pud no nga i-present nato ang perspective sa negative or problems encountered by those engaged in collective farming. Kay basig makaingon pud bias man ni si attorney kay puro lang man positive, no? So, according to research, here are the problems no with collective farming. So, number 1 is a self-governing group is hard to create or cultivate. So why is that? Because no, from the time that we separated from the company katong landowner, syempre nag-adjust manggud ta no. So naanad man tang sunod-sunuran. So saop, 'di ba? Murag ana saop. So murag in a way slave ta, no? Mao gani nang gi free ta from the bondage of being landless. No mo nang gi-awardan og yuta kay sa una murag kuan ba? Naata didto sa mindset nga kung unsa lang ang imandato sa landowner, sundon lang sa saop, di ba? Mao man na siya. So, syempre, gitagaan man tag power to associate na from the landowner to be freed no from the bondage of brought about sa pagiging saop, no? So kailangan nato mo step up, mag-govern sa atong sariling grupo. So since no dili man new manggud na sa atoa kay naanad man ta nga kung unsay imandato lang sa unsa ni katong